I'm just gonna tell you some shit that I wish people told me about 30 years ago before I ended up like this. So, guilt. Come on. If you feel guilt, don't feel bad. That actually means you're like a good person. You know, hating yourself is natural. You hate yourself because you said yes when you meant no. My whole fucking life is that. Saying yes when I meant no, no when I meant yes. Carrying around guilt. And that's why psychos run the world. Because they don't give a fuck. They don't feel guilt. They don't give a shit. They'll fucking kill anybody. You know? And nice people, we should be killing them, but we don't because we can't deal with the guilt. Right? And what do psychos do? They stay in power by killing loud, nice people. Martin Luther King, loud, nice. I know he banged a bunch of broads. Who gives a fuck? Guy was fucking up there crushing it. If nice people start killing psychos, okay, maybe then you wouldn't have a swirl of trash the size of Texas in the middle of the fucking Pacific Ocean. Do we work on that? No, because there's psychos in the world, and all they end up doing is trying to keep improving golf equipment so these man-titted fucking cunts can keep a ball in the fairway. If you mess up and you feel guilty, that means you're a good person, and just try to do better. Apologize and try to do better, but don't let somebody try to make you carry that shit around for the rest of your life, you know? Unless you took out a bus full of old people, then, I mean, I don't know what to tell you at that point, you know? I mean, you're fucked up for life. You should probably kill yourself. So, let me tell you something. Secrets are a part of life, but you don't want to hold on to them. You know, those fucking things keep you up at night. Jesus Christ, just walking around with them. It sits on your chest. Did I just jerk off to that? Did I just think that? Nobody knows, but you know. Secrets will kill you. Sometimes I get, like, jealous of somebody who gets involved in a scandal on TV, you know, when it all just gets laid out there. And as much as the person's getting humiliated and he wants to kill himself, you know what? It's over. You don't have any more secret. I bet that guy sleeps like a fucking baby after that. Yeah, you know, I like to wear women's clothes. Now what? You got nothing. Secrets are a big thing in life, people. You know, hey, can you keep a secret? Yeah, I can't keep a secret. You know what's the best way to keep a secret? Don't fucking tell me. The fuck out of here. I don't need your secrets rolling around in my head. I already got enough of my own. Those things will keep you up at night. Just in bed now, you're thrashing around, you know, having crazy dreams. Crazy dreams. The broad you're sleeping with wakes up. What's the matter? What's the matter? You're like, oh, I had a bad dream. Well, you know, what's the dream about? It's like, I can't tell you what the fucking dream's about. You gotta make up some shit? Am I gonna fucking sit there and tell you for some reason I was blowing my boss? I'm not gay, but I mean, I don't know what it means. Maybe I feel like I'm getting fucked in the mouth at work. Maybe it's just as simple as that. Here's a bad reason, but a very popular reason to get into a relationship is you're lonely. Don't ever do that. It's much better to be laying in bed lonely, by yourself, listening to the faucet dripping, than to be laying next to somebody you have no feelings for. Thinking shit like, well, what if she gets into a car accident? You know? What if an asteroid just hits her side of the bed? What if I fake my own death? What if I do my own death? I was in relationships, and I'd be thinking that for years. I'd be sitting there going, hey, oh, the turkeys, oh, it's delicious, as I'm thinking about killing myself. Every relationship I was ever in, Jesus Christ, apologizing, just backing up. You're in a goal line D the entire time you're in the fucking relationship. It's like, when's the last time you took out the fucking trash? You know? You take the bag out of the fucking garbage bag. That's not taking it out. That's setting it aside. Ooh, you tied it off. Look at you. You know, so always listen to that voice. Whenever you're thinking about killing yourself, that means you're not happy. Here's where I fucked up. You know, like 30 years ago, way back when I was, you know, still in high school, this new chick moved to town. I swear to God, I looked at her, I had a heart attack. I mean, I was thunderstruck. I immediately fell in love with her, you know? And of course, it didn't work out. And I thought about her every fucking day for the next 25 years. So one day I'm in a bar and I'm telling my buddy about it. And he goes, oh yeah, she broke your heart, she broke up with you? I said, no. And he goes, oh, did you break up with her? I said, no. I go, I never even talked to her. And he just starts fucking laughing. He's going, wait a minute, some chick broke your heart that you never even talked to? And I was like, yeah. And he's just crying, laughing, punching the bar. And I'm like, what? He goes, buddy, if you never even talked to her, for all you know, she could have been a cunt. And I never thought about her again. So my point is, if you see some woman and she makes your heart stop, you gotta go up and take an at bat. You know, you gotta find out if she's a cunt or not. So parenthood, you know, very important job from what I heard. Not like I ever did it. If I ever were to do it, like I wouldn't have started it with that lie. It's one of the dumbest things ever. You gotta build trust with your kids, and you start it off by telling them there's a giant bunny that's gonna bring chocolate eggs. There's some fairy that wants their teeth. What kind of way is that to start a relationship? With 3, 4 lies right out of the gate. I remember that when I was a kid, when my parents finally told me there was no Santa Claus. It's like I fucking knew it. I've been asking you since I was 6. There's Santa Claus, and he's gonna bring you your fucking big wheel, right? You're doing this great thing for your kid while you're lying to him at the same time, and you know eventually those 2 roads are gonna cross, and then he's gonna become a teenager. He ain't fucking listening to you. Don't do meth. It's bad for you. Oh, yeah? What else are you gonna tell me? There's some fucking guy coming down the chimney? There's a giant bunny with chocolate eggs? You asshole, I'm not listening to you. I think it's a conspiracy by the government. It drives a wedge between you and your kids. The next thing you know, they want to join the fucking army. You know, in parenting, it's definitely, you know, it's not for everybody. Your dad's just like, hey, how was I as a father? You gotta be like, you know, you really weren't there, were you? Dad, you fucking sucked. Okay? How many angry lunatic kids do you have to have before you look at yourself and maybe you think you did something? Oh, maybe I should have, you know, brought so much tension. I mean, you were good at fucking my mom and making me, but, you know, after that, you kind of dropped the ball. That's probably why I drank too much in life. It's like, whenever somebody comes out and they trashes somebody else, I get it. Yeah, that person's a piece of shit. But what about you? Huh? What are you doing? Just going around vetting people? Let me ask you this. Who's vetting the vetters? Shit only runs one fucking way with those social justice warriors. They're sexist and they're intolerant. What about Coco Chanel? She's a feminist hero. This fucking chick liked clothes more than she liked people. No one's saying shit about her. Fucking Nazis took over her own country. And then the second she saw them showing up in their fucking Hugo Boss uniforms, she was all down with them. She was a Nazi sympathizer. Ooh, but does she make a nice purse? I want to see one of these white chicks with the fucking blonde hair, the fake blonde hair. I want to see you get vetted. A 28-year-old gorgeous woman fucking a 70-year-old rich guy. That's not a predator? His whole body looks like a fucking ball bag? That's your dream guy? You know what she's doing. She's feeding him bacon every morning, trying to give him that last heart attack so she can take his house. All right, so something you're gonna have to deal with, way more so than me, is gonna be technology, you know? Like, I was fine with technology right up to 1995. You know, we had airbags. It used to be like curing diseases, going from a horse to now we're an automobile learning how to fly. That used to be technology. Now it's just like, oh, look, I can take a clearer picture of the burrito I just fucking ate. Fucking bullshit. You're all excited because you got a better camera. It's an invasion of your privacy. Just watch how much you have at your house, because I'm telling you, everybody, they're bugging their house, right? There's no place for you to jerk off without getting filmed. Every time you rub one out, you got the camera pointed at you. Somebody's saving all that stuff. I mean, I held on to my Square TV to the late 2000s. All my friends were trashing me, and they went out and they bought these stupid flat screen TVs, and little did they know, there's a camera on it, and the thing's sitting there watching you banging your fucking wife. You gotta watch out for those guys. All of those guys, I think, work for the government. All those people that come in, they set up your TV, your entertainment, your speakers in the ceiling. Fuck that. You should have all your technology, all your media in one room of your house, and everything else is a safe space. But watch out for technology, man. I spent the most important years of my life staring at my phone looking at online porn. You know? And I do mean looking at it. Because I swear to God, after a while, I just stopped jerking off. I would just be like, you know, like I was watching surveillance footage. I'd start laughing. Why would she say that? I haven't watched it in 3 months, though. That's a good thing. People can sense when you don't have boundaries, you know? They start crowding in. You know, these passive-aggressive people. If I go into one more rental car agency and I see some fucking asshole, hey, how'd you hear about us? Oh, my friend Mike, what's his phone number? And they just giving it out like a bunch of rats. How'd you hear about us? How did I hear about you? You're famous. You got billboards, you assholes. Do you have commercials on TV? If you don't have boundaries, people are just gonna keep crossing lines with you, and it's gonna build up, and then you're gonna get angry, and you're gonna snap at some other shit. You drop an F-bomb in a store, all of a sudden you're the problem. It's like, I'm the problem. I'm just trying to get a little toothpaste here, and this chick wants all my fucking information. What, are you gonna call me to see how I enjoyed the fucking toothpaste, and we sitting in the middle of the night? So have you used it yet? Is it whitening your teeth? That's not what you do. You just say, I'd rather not. What I usually do is I try to grab onto a table or something like that and just sort of be squeezing it. Like I keep the anger down there, like I compartmentalize it. It's like liquid in a cylinder. I just sort of lean and it all goes down the arm. It's like hockey, you know? It starts getting a little too exciting, getting a little too crazy. People start swinging sticks, and then a goon comes out there and beats the fuck out of somebody, and it all settles down again. That's what boundaries are. I'm telling you, living in the past is a disease, okay? You know, I'm nostalgic. Oh, I like the olden days. No, you have unresolved issues. You go back to these events. Oh man, if I just done this, what if I done that? What if I said this? Why did I say that? It's a whole big fucking waste of time. There's a whole group of people living in the past. They're called hipsters. Bunch of shitheads walking around dressing like it's the 1880s. You know, it's like you're dressing back when women didn't have the right to vote. The fuck are you glorifying here? Hey, you want to go antiquing? No. What are those clothing stores where you go down there and somebody's grandmother died? You know, when you're buying her old brooch. I don't want that shit. Why'd you buy that old propeller to stick it on the wall? What are you doing? You know, what's going on right now? Whatever happened in the past is the past. Try not to repeat mistakes, but don't keep thinking about it, all right? The only thing worth going back in the past for is music. Sorry, I'm gonna sound old, but I don't think, you know, being a fake singer with the fucking laptop is music. Of course, she never puts it back in the jacket. Why would you selfish fucking asshole? The past already happened. And what's even funnier is a lot of times people, they don't even remember what happened. You ever have a friend of yours tell a story of something that happened 5 years ago when you were there and you're listening to it? It sounds like a whole different story. They have like this hero fantasy. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was there. None of that shit happened. You didn't say that. You didn't say that. That guy said all of that shit, and then you didn't say anything, and I was embarrassed for you. But by the time they're done telling the fucking story, you know, they're like Steven Seagal in the thing. So fuck that. You gotta be yourself. Don't try to be something you're not. You know, it's like, so everything's bullshit now. Yeah, and that has an effect on your life. You start accepting shit as real it isn't real. Fucking guys put out a whole album singing in auto-tune. Botox. Fake tits. That chick on the Kardashians. Who is she? Would she commit a murder? How far do you gotta go with the plastic surgery? She doesn't even look like her mom or her dad anymore. She looks like an adorable person that got repeatedly punched in the lips. You know, my whole life I thought I hated tomatoes. You know, not like I hated them, I just could do without them. And then one day, I had a tomato that came directly from somebody's garden. And I ate that thing. And I was so fucking mad. I was like, this is what a tomato's supposed to taste like? My whole life I've been trashing tomatoes. I never even had a real one. Trying to find something authentic in life. Good luck. You know, I've done a lot of stuff that I'm not proud of. A lot of guilt, a lot of regret. But you know, I forgive myself for it because I'm human and I make mistakes, all right? And I gotta tell you, one of the main reasons I stopped going to church was I just really resented the fact that I was gonna get judged at the end of my life. Just didn't make sense to me. You know, it's like, dude, you made me, not the other way around. Like, how is this my fault? I am your fuck up. Like, if I built a car and it didn't run, I wouldn't blame the car and then burn it forever. You're gonna give me freedom of choice? Yeah, I'm gonna end up in a titty bar.